On June 14, 1811, in Litchfield, Connecticut, a voice that would profoundly shape American history was born: Harriet Beecher Stowe. Daughter of a prominent Congregationalist minister, Lyman Beecher, and sister to equally influential figures like Henry Ward Beecher, Stowe was steeped in a household vibrant with intellectual discourse, religious fervor, and a strong sense of social justice. This upbringing, combined with her innate talent for observation and storytelling, would lay the groundwork for her monumental literary career, most notably her anti-slavery novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Stowe's early life was marked by both academic curiosity and personal tragedy. She received an education far more comprehensive than many women of her era, attending the Hartford Female Seminary run by her sister Catherine. This experience fostered her intellectual independence and critical thinking skills. However, the early loss of her mother profoundly impacted her, instilling in her a deep empathy for suffering and a keen understanding of human emotion, qualities that would later imbue her characters with such powerful resonance. In 1832, the Beecher family moved to Cincinnati, Ohio, a city geographically positioned on the border between free and slave states. This proximity to the realities of slavery was a crucial turning point for Stowe. She witnessed firsthand the effects of the Fugitive Slave Act, observed slave markets, and heard countless harrowing stories from runaway slaves and those involved in the Underground Railroad. These experiences, coupled with her fervent Christian beliefs, ignited within her a powerful moral indignation against the institution of slavery. The catalyst for Uncle Tom's Cabin came in the wake of the Compromise of 1850, which included a stricter fugitive slave law. Stowe, deeply disturbed by the law's implications, felt a divine calling to speak out. As she later recounted, the vision of the death of Uncle Tom, a pivotal scene in the novel, came to her during a communion service. She began writing, originally intending it as a series of sketches for a weekly abolitionist newspaper. However, the story quickly grew, consuming her thoughts and energy. Published in book form on March 20, 1852, Uncle Tom's Cabin was an immediate and unprecedented success. It sold 300,000 copies in the United States alone within its first year and quickly became a global phenomenon, translated into dozens of languages. The novel depicted the brutal realities of slavery, humanizing enslaved people and exposing the moral bankruptcy of the system. Through characters like the saintly Uncle Tom, the spirited Eliza, and the cruel Simon Legree, Stowe brought the abstract concept of slavery into the hearts and homes of millions. The impact of Uncle Tom's Cabin was immeasurable. It galvanized the abolitionist movement, moving countless individuals to oppose slavery on moral and emotional grounds. While it was celebrated in the North, it was reviled in the South, sparking fierce debates and further deepening the sectional divide. President Abraham Lincoln, upon meeting Stowe during the Civil War, famously remarked, "So you're the little woman who wrote the book that started this great war." While an exaggeration, it underscored the profound influence of her work. Beyond Uncle Tom's Cabin, Stowe continued to write extensively, producing novels, essays, and poems that explored themes of domestic life, social reform, and religion. However, it is her enduring legacy as the author who gave a voice to the voiceless, who brought the horrors of slavery to the forefront of national consciousness, that cements her place in history. Harriet Beecher Stowe's birth on June 14, 1811, was not merely the start of a life, but the genesis of a literary force that would ignite a nation's conscience and play a pivotal role in the struggle for freedom and equality.